Well, Andre Donnelly-Bornman is the founder of Donnelly-Bornman Law and one of the two husbands who went to court to get the right to have their wife's name when they got married. Andre, good afternoon to you. I should say congratulations on your victory, and if I may, congratulations on your marriage. Why did you decide to go to court on this? Why did you want to take your wife's name? Why was it so important?
Hi, Stephen, and thank you for the opportunity. You are the first one that I made the decision to actually talk to on this matter. So it's now 3 years and 6 months about after me and my wife got married, and a couple of months before we got married, we made the pledge to each other to say and to agree on the fact that we will be joining our surnames. So that it's not just me as a husband and her as a wife getting married, but it's also two families that's getting married. And I was thinking before we got married that my great-great-grandmother, what was her maiden surname? Somewhere it got lost. And I spoke to many people, and there's so many that they don't know, that they don't know the mother's side of the surname, and they are your ancestors. And so over and above the fact that it is two families and two people that's getting married, we are also our own family. And that was my main motivation behind that. And that was a pledge that I made to my wife before we got married. We didn't know at the time that it was going to be such a difficult road and a long road and all of the court proceedings and the expertise that had to go into this. We actually only realized the day after marriage that there was a form for my wife to fill in right there and then to change the surname to mine, or to double barrel it. She had the opportunity to make it Donnelly-Bornman. And there was no such form for me being a man married to a woman. And so we went through all of the procedures and the internal expectations, the different, when we were in the Free State, at Home Affairs, George, Cape Town, and nobody had answers. We wrote letters to the Minister of Home Affairs. We understandably didn't get a response. So I'm sure there's more important things to do than to change somebody's surname. And then I remembered when I studied LLB at the University of Free State, that I also made a pledge there, and I still have that certificate. And in that pledge, it also states that I pledge to keep the law alive in South Africa, being a legal practitioner. And that was just so beautiful, all of those things coming together. And it was a difficult road, especially pertaining to all the cultural different expectations that there was. And I had a lot of backing from loved ones and people close to me, and we went through it and finally did it. And I'm just happy that it is now a situation of being open to all other South Africans going forward.
It's an amazing story you tell, Andre, and I think you're right. I wouldn't know the maiden name of my great-grandmother either, actually, now that I think about it. I do need to ask you, and I'm sorry to be this kind of lawyerly person. As I understand it, in South Africa, when you turn 18, you can actually change your name to whatever you want. Did you think of doing it like that rather? I mean, I appreciate the principle. I think the principle is very important. Is that why you did it this way rather than just changing your name as anyone could if they wanted to?
I have my names, and those names, it's got a strong meaning attached to me, Andreas Nicolaas, and I traced that back to my great-great-grandfather, who was Andries Nicolaas. And my grandfather, who I'm grateful for, is also still alive, 86 now. He bears the same names. So I thought it well to say, well, there's more meaning in a surname pertaining to the family that is the next generations than just a name. That's attached to me. The surnames is going down, and it opens a path for the rest of the South Africans.
This was brought in you brought this application, but another couple from the Free State did too. Did you know them, or was it just a coincidence?
I knew of them, and in the legal fraternity, we speak to colleagues, and we heard that this couple is also on this path, and that's when we decided, well, let's do it together, take on this journey together, and very grateful for that.
How important are names? I mean, as you talk about the names of your grandfather, I'm reminded that I too carry a middle name that goes back many generations, and I've given it to my son. And I think many South Africans of all cultures do exactly the same thing. And I wonder if maybe what you've done is given a lot more people a lot more freedom in making up their own minds that are going to affect so many generations to come.
Absolutely. Especially what's so beautiful to me always is African names. Always when I ask a person, an African person specifically, and they give their name, and I say, okay, what does it mean? And it's all and those that can give me the meaning is always so beautiful. And I think there's so much meaning attached to that, and that's something that you didn't have the choice to choose when you got married, and that's that your name is what you are being called every day, and what you are being called every day, there must be some sort of an attachment to who you become.
As I understand it, the Home Affairs, when eventually you had to go to court, and I think the Law Society in the Free State helped you, but they didn't oppose it. And that must have made it easier. I mean, it was obviously the sensible thing. I can't think of any argument that I could make that could say your wife could take your name, but you could not take your wife. So I've been thinking about this a bit, and what argument could you bring? And I can't think of one. Were you quite grateful that they knew better than to try to bring an argument they would lose?
I am. It wouldn't have made sense. I think I'm a master chess player. If I take something, I am quite certain I'm going to get to where I want to be with it. And yeah, I can't think of any reason that they would have opposed it, and getting any help from the Legal Practice Council, not so much. Actually, it was quite challenging when I founded Donnelly-Bornman Law Attorneys 2 years ago, as the rules in terms of the Legal Practice Act states that an attorney that wants to be a director or founding member of a law practice, the practice's name must be a name attached to your name. And at the time, my ID still showed Andreas Nicolaas Borman, and I already registered and decided on the fact that it's going to be called Donnelly-Bornman Law, and I registered that company. It was just a matter of fact of getting it registered with the Legal Practice Council, and I had some opposing from them, and that was also a battle for a couple of months, and eventually they gave in, and very grateful for that. And I hope that they saw that it is my commitment of being Donnelly-Bornman.
Well, Andre Donnelly-Bornman, sir, congratulations on your victory today. I wish you many years of happy marriage. I look forward to the kids. And thank you very much indeed for being with us on News from Africa, Channel 405 today. History being made today in Mzansi.